shadow creature named Charlie, if I'm correct. And yeah, it's pretty fucking scary. And night times are pretty boring, but the first day is pretty short, so we'll get back to whatever we're doing here in a second. Alright, and we're back. So, on day 2, now that we've got a good amount of supplies, we got 15 twigs, 34 grass, and even some silk to spare, which is pretty good, considering that early game silk is kind of hard to come by. So now I think we'll just explore, because currently we need to find rocks and gold to find a permanent camp. Well, to make a permanent camp, because you need to make them science machine and a permanent campfire to really make a good camp. Because if you don't, you're kind of at a loss. So there's an abundance of rabbits, and ooh, I see what I see north of me, and I see stuff that's interesting. There's a lot of gold just sitting out around, and gold is really important, especially as Wigfrid. She uses gold to make her helmet and her spear. Interesting. Alright, get a bit of loot from there. I'm gonna carve a path through here, so I'm gonna try to kill as many off as I can before I approach there. And that'll give me a bunch of meat as well, so I can survive. Alright, how many more of you are there gonna be? I'm willing to fight all of you. Alright, I'll carve a path through this one. Boom, that'll give me a couple early silk. Because spider nests are always guaranteed to give you silk, but they're usually a lot more dangerous to attack than anything else. And here we go, we find some gold. I mean, we already have gold, but getting more gold, especially as Wigfrid, is always beneficial. So we'll use a couple of these flint and sticks to make a pickaxe, and rocks will always give you a piece of flint. In this case, it gave me 2. And just mining for these rocks to spawn is really, really important. Because now I'm going to be able to get enough rocks around and just digging up gold. And gold is effective in making science machine, the alchemy engine further on. And it's an important tool. And this Reign of Giants character, because Wigfrid wasn't released in the original Don't Starve, but as an added character in the Reign of Giants DLC, she's a really good character, honestly, and she's quickly become my favorite because of the armor that she doesn't need a recipe to build, and just the fact that she's really efficient in combat, because killing stuff makes her health go up and her sanity go up, so in just fighting that you can keep up with those 2 things that she desperately needs. Well, as long as you have enough meat killing stuff to feed yourself. And once I make a fire, I'll cook up some of this food and I will not be in any trouble, because I have a lot of food. And we'll break the rest of this pick on that rock. And checking out the map already, we've only discovered a really small portion, so we're not really far from anything we've seen so far. We just have to be careful of that spider area, and basically that, yeah. We have a couple wormholes we've seen, and it's not too big of a problem, because we don't need to use the wormholes yet, because we have a lot yet to explore. Alright, we'll plant a couple pine trees here. They're different from the lumpy trees we see here, because these ones do not drop